responsible, loving mom, wife, sister, family member, artist. Where's the wild side?
I was gonna say, my first instinct was to say I put that to rest a
long time ago.
And now that I live in this world of being responsible and having people that I have to take care of.
You have to get it back.
Yeah.
Non-judgmentally.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Because it will be its own prison. The thing that we end up developing that becomes an asset. Also, see, we don't get through life unscathed. The things that are positives also have a negative. It's all light and shadow all the time. So we're upstanding citizens, and we're good, and we're responsible, and our accounting is correct, and we have the right amount of money in the bank, and we are there for our kids and our support group and our PTA, and the lunch boxes are. All those things also have another part that aren't being explored. Now, I'm not asking you to not allow, to not be responsible. That's not, no. It's just discovering that those potentials exist. So as an artist, it's allowing yourself to okay, explore it in the work. Or in life, I do think it's really important to find a way to experience the part that we do not want to go to. So you're married. So it could be a conversation with your husband about XYZ. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to do this for myself in order to continue to be this dutiful mom, wife, model citizen. It becomes its own trap.
Right, right.
Like security becomes a trap. Like being on a show becomes a trap. See, they're all traps everywhere. There's never not a trap. Everybody's trapped. Until you get free, and then the freedom creates a new form, and then that form traps you. And then you gotta, look at David Bowie! He had to create personas to break from the conformity of, first of all, what society was expecting him to be. He continued to chameleon-like shape himself into something else to be free. That's a good analogy. That's why he's heroic. But that takes balls. That takes out and out balls, because once we find a system that works for us, everybody in this room has a system that works. We hold on to it for dear life.
Mm-hmm. How do you let that part of you in without disrupting what is, I don't want to say what you're supposed to be doing, but you know what I mean? Like, how do I let that part of my old self back in again? And I mean, I know I can bring it in here and I can play and it's okay, but why do I struggle with it so much when it's not like I'm acting and behaving that way in the real world?
Right.
Like in my responsibilities, I would just be doing that here where I can play, and I should be able to
you
play.
find a way to create that moment for yourself in your own life. You have a girls' night out. You have a time where the babysitter comes and you and your husband do something. Or it has nothing to do with your husband or your kids. You yourself have, honey, I'm going to go do this because, you know, that's the negotiation. It doesn't matter. It's for me the same thing that I'm experiencing having studios all over the world and trying now to carve out what I want to now, the next step for me. And then having to have a negotiation with Robin in the office about like, how do we make that work? How do we keep this amazing thing going? Although it goes without me, it doesn't matter because of all the teachers here. But like, I get it. I totally get it. Well, you have to start with a conversation.
Right.
But that goes for everybody. It's always about the structures and the forms that we build that move us through life. It's a winning formula. It's something that works for us. But then it also has its shadow aspect that we don't want to even look at. And it's a double whammy if we come from families who applaud and support. Please, I'm Teutonic German. I mean, it's all about, look at Angela Merkel, look at Germany. It's all about keeping everything together. It's keeping all of Europe afloat in many ways. You know what I mean? Financial, fiscal responsibility. And so you have to find, otherwise we go underground.
I think it's just a scare. You know, look, I had that before I had the life I have now, but it's scary to go back there again because it feels out of control. Like,
so it's very scary to come sliding into whatever age you're at and realize like, oh my God, the things that I put into place that have got me here no longer work to get me to where I gotta go. So you actually feel like you're a beginner again, which is really scary. So all the things that worked, that you really leaned into, that seemed to be like, then you discover, well, it's not really it for me now at 50 or whatever. That's scary.
Yeah, yeah.
But with consciousness comes the choice to like explore. Otherwise, you do like many people on the planet. You don't look at it, and then you're at your deathbed, or you're in your 80s, or in your 70s, and you're in absolute denial about it. It's seismic. It's like tectonic plates that are moving, and there's no solid ground. So that's a deep conversation we just had. But that's the beauty of what we do here, because that came out of a mistake. So that's what was needed. Because if you'd done it perfectly and fulfilled it tonally, which I know you could, or I could direct it and we could do it and we'd be on our way and it's like Broadway standard, then there's no deeper lesson that was needed to be given.